Thank you very much for this warm welcome. In Latin America, we are very, very joy and with rhythm and that. So we are very, very similar. And in Latin America, we embrace our African root, especially in Mexico. So I am so happy to be here. It's my first time putting a virtual footprint in Africa. So thank you for joining me. And well, we have a time very, very short, and I have a lot of information to give to you. So I will start, but I will ask you if you have any question during my presentation, please put them in the chat. And Titilo, please help me making a filter to choose the best, not the best, but maybe the most interest questions for everyone, because we will have only 10 minutes at the end, or maybe 8, because we have a little delay. So please be very, very concrete in your questions. Some of the questions will be responded, maybe answered, maybe during my presentation. So that's the reason why I ask you, put the question immediately when you have in your mind in the chat, and Titila will help us if she see that I respond this and I give you the answer during the presentation, she will filter that. Well, remember that English is not my native language, so I apologize for my accent and pronunciation. Maybe it's too Mexican for you, but well, this is I will try to give you my best. I will share my screen with you. Okay. Well, as Titilov say, my name is Elizabeth Palacios, and I am news editor for Mexico and America Latina for LinkedIn. And I am volunteer in a group, in an ERG, that is Inclusion and Diversity Group in the company that names Women at LinkedIn. In that volunteer job, I am the external partnerships lead for Latin America. And that's the reason why I am here, because we are very interested to get a positive impact in a community of women that are trying to get a great career and trying to disappear this gender gap, especially in industries like tech, where women has not the same opportunities in the past like men. So welcome to this presentation. The name of this presentation is Welcome to Rock Your Profile. Why? Because you need a great profile in LinkedIn to use all the tools in the platform. Sorry, I will. Okay, here. Well, get to know a little more about LinkedIn. I want to know if any one of you, I hope you are familiar with LinkedIn. At least you have a profile to use all my advices in this presentation. Okay. What is our vision in LinkedIn? Our vision is it's not a job page, a job opportunity page. It's not only that. LinkedIn is a network page. So our vision is to create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. That means that it doesn't matter if you are expert in finance or if you are expert in education or in sustainability, you can find your community inside LinkedIn. So this is our vision. We want to create economic opportunity. If you see, we don't say, we want you to get a job. No, because economic opportunity depends of you. Maybe you want a job, but maybe not. Maybe you want to be entrepreneur, or maybe you want to have an NGO and you need partners and you need allies and you need clients. So LinkedIn, it's a perfect platform for that. Our mission, we are focused in the present to connect the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. How can I help you to be more productive and successful? Well, in LinkedIn, you will find knowledge and you can share content with this added value that Treasure mentioned in the last presentation. If you will create content creators, LinkedIn is a great platform to be content creators. Why? Because we are not a social networking. We are not a social media. We are a professional networking. It's different because if you go maybe to TikTok, if your business is B2C, maybe TikTok or Facebook it's a good place. But if you are interested in topics B2B or to connect with very high level of your industry, TikTok is not the place, you know? Bruno, Ben. Sorry, my dog. So if you want to make great connections and to learn things, LinkedIn is the platform. Why? Because here the experts share this valuable content. So if you want to create content and if you want to show the world where is your expertise, in which material you are the best, LinkedIn is the best platform for that. Why LinkedIn? Why in 2024 we have to be in LinkedIn? Well, the answer is easy. Because our value proposition for you is we connect you to opportunities. Maybe TikTok gives you very, very funny cats videos, or maybe the best influencer about fashion or something. If your business is that, it's okay, it's perfect. For example, I am in my free time, I love to make travel videos. So if you go to my TikTok, you will see only travel videos. But I am more than travel content creator. I am a person that can offer a lot of things more. So my real me, it's in LinkedIn. Okay. Well, why LinkedIn today? We have 67 companies, 67 million of companies with page in LinkedIn. But why? Because we have 1 billion of members. So this year we celebrate 1 billion of members. It's a lot of people. Obviously, we need help of artificial intelligence to give them a lot of tools to try to understand this audience and try to you understand your own audience. So we have 1 billion of members that are connecting with these 67 million of companies. But in LinkedIn, we have at least 353 million of jobs every year posted. So every year we have 353 million of opportunities for people that are searching jobs. But if you are maybe not searching job, maybe if the companies are searching the best talent, we have 41,000 skills certificated by LinkedIn. So if you say that you are the best in design thinking, LinkedIn helps you to have this badge to say, I am the best, I have this skill. So we have 41,000 skills difference to do that. And if you are studying, we have in LinkedIn 133,000 of schools. What it means that the schools can connect with the companies and the members can connect with the schools if they are looking for a new step in their careers, maybe a master, maybe a PhD, etc. And we have 50 million of newsletters in LinkedIn. So 40, 50 million of people take the decision to create a newsletter to share knowledge. So the people came to LinkedIn to search knowledge, search connections and knowledge. So how can I participate in this? This is the knowledge economy. I have to share my knowledge. I have to share my expertise. I have to show to the world that I am the best. So sometimes women, we have this shiny about the show our talents. So forget that. We have to. And as women, we have to at the double. Sometimes, and maybe that we have to work the double. And it's not fair, but sadly, the world is like that. So we have to work to reduce this gap, but we have to show to the world what we have. Well, your profile is your story. LinkedIn is not a CV. LinkedIn is your story. LinkedIn is an opportunity to tell your storyline, your own storyline. So see the profile not as your CV. See your profile like an opportunity to share with the world your own story. The first step, and maybe you say, but this is obvious, but not. A lot of people not add the photo in the profile. So please, step one, add a photo. Why? Because members with a photo get 20 more connections, 20 times more connections requests. Why? Because even if you don't see the photo, maybe this is a fake profile, maybe this is a person that I can't trust in these people, So the photo is like you are opening the door of your house. With profiles with a photo receive 21 more times profile views. So you have more opportunities to people go to your profile, It's like in our home, if our door is nice and it's clean and have a good sign, say welcome, so you want to make knock knock. But if you have a very ugly door or very dirty, maybe it's a bad house, so I don't want to pass there. It's the same. And profiles that add a photo have 36 more message in her inboxes. So please, you don't have to pay a professional photographer or something. My recommendation is don't use artificial intelligence, please, because these look very, very, very fake. So you have apps in TikTok that your photo for LinkedIn with artificial intelligence, please don't do it. Just be yourself, So for example, if you are in the food industry, maybe you don't need to be in your photo with this formal outfit. No, because in your day by day, you are not like that. So if you are a farmer, look like a farmer. If you are a social entrepreneur, looks like a social entrepreneur. If you are an oceanographer or something in the ocean, looks like that, a biologist or a scientist. So you are free to look to who you are. We don't have this kind of dress code for your photo in LinkedIn. Just be yourself. Obviously, not with a selfie like that. No, please, no. Okay, so be professional, and smile. For example, in me, I can't imagine myself without a smile. When I was a child, I was very, very shiny because of my teeth, because my teeth are very big. But once my father told me, but your teeth is your personality. Maybe I had 10 years. When my father said my teeth are my personality, I feel free to smile. So I smile all the time. So now the people say, I can't imagine Elizabeth Palacios without a smile, without a smile. So, and my eyes are very sad. Like when I don't have makeup, like today, I look like like unhealthy people. So my smile is the shine of my face. So you have a smile, you have shine of your face. Use that. You know, it's not looks like this so unprofessional. No, if you are a smiley people, show to the world that you are a smiley people. If you are not, and you will look uncomfortable, or you look not good with a smile because you smile like this, don't do it. Okay, but if you are a natural smiley people, smile. Well, another thing that is very important: add your pronouns. Why? Because we want to create an inclusive world. So if we want, they call us in different way that our body shows. We have to say it, and LinkedIn offer you the space to say it. So if you want, they use the pronoun them or they for you, put this, you know. Or if you want to use the pronoun he or him, put this, you know, because we are in 2024 and we don't have to assume anything, you know, and it's a kind of respectful first contact. If I know what, how can I speak with you with respect, you know? So my recommendation is add your pronoun. The second is add your industry. I know that in LinkedIn we have a very, very big opportunity area in this taxonomy, because not all the industry appears in this taxonomy. But try to find an industry very close to your real work. Why? Because with this taxonomy, the artificial intelligence classify the profiles. So if you are not in the industry that you want to be there, put the industry where you want to be, okay? Because you help the algorithm to show your profile to the right people. You know, if you don't add the industry, it's harder for the algorithm show your profile to the opportunities. Okay, so please add your industry. This is another opportunity, very, very well. Under your name, you don't have to put a charge or a job, the title of a job. You could put, for example, in my case, I am a passionate journalist focused in inclusive world, you know, or gender equity. Because I am. I am news editor in LinkedIn, yes, but I am a human. And after LinkedIn, I am a passionate journalist focused in gender gap, you know? So you are not married with a brand or with a title, and you don't have to disappear behind the brand or the title. You are a person that offers talent. So offer passion, offer connection. So maybe my suggestion is under your name, you can put, if your company allows you, you can put a description of how can you help people, you know? For example, in my profile, I say, I can help you to use LinkedIn for these topics. So I want only people that is focused in social impact, sustainability, and gender equity. Contact me. I don't want other people. I only want these people. So I put this in my profile. And in the summary, you can add more information about you, more about your interest, more about your skills, your tools, and why you are the best in the best. Okay, so use the summary. The summary now is I will repeat my CV. No, the summary is like a mini bio. It's the opportunity for your storytelling. So use this for that, not copy paste for the CV, please, because for the CV we have other space. Okay. The feature content part in your profile is very important, because maybe if you are entrepreneur, sometimes a newspaper or a media makes you an interview and was amazing, and you want to show this to the world, put this, that, or maybe you write a great article explaining a thing of your industry, put this in featured. Or maybe you receive a great recommendation. If you go to my profile, you will see in my first feature a very nice recommendation of one person that say that everybody have to have an Elizabeth in their lives. And this makes me cry. And I say, well, I want to show this to the world, because I don't say that I am the best. They are saying, so it's great to use this. So use this space. And the next step is detail your work experience. And this is very important, to be focused in the most important work experience. If you have a gap in your experience, don't hesitate to put the gap and why you take the time. Maybe a pause for maternity, maybe a pause for travel, maybe a pause for take care of our mother that was sick. Every pause, every gap in your profile gives you learnings. So if in the maternity you get a lot of skills. Maternity is my school of resilience, Maternity is my schools of leadership. No, maybe maternity is my school of teamwork, because like a worker mom, if I don't work, I have a team in my house, I can't. So I have to include this in my storytelling. If you take a gap, a pause in your lives, don't be shy about this. A lot of people is worried about how can I explain that I was out of the market, of the job 5 years. Well, the society needs you create good humans, so it's good when we are educating child. We are helping society. We are doing a job for the society, and we have to give the right value for that. So add this in your profile. Bruno, por favor. Sorry. My dog doesn't speak English. Okay. Well, please add the description of your jobs. When you detail your work experience, use this space of the description to talk about the task that you release in this part of your experience. For example, in my past, I was a general manager of communication in an NGO, and my best highlight was I create an animated series to explain the heart diseases in childhood. So I put that, because it's my highlight. You don't have to describe every day as a task, but you have to choose your highlights, your very, very gold highlights, okay? Well, if you want to add a career break, you can go and you can specific why is the career break, put the time, put the reasons, put the learnings. So please add your career break. Don't hesitate. And this is very important. If you activate creator mode, I will show you in real time after this presentation how to do it. But if you activate the creator mode in LinkedIn, you will grow your audience because the people can follow you, not only connect with you. Remember that for these direct connections, LinkedIn have limited to 30K people, 30,000 people, yes, is the limit for direct contacts. But for followers, you don't have limit. The limit is the sky, okay? So if you activate your creator mode, the people can follow you first before send you the connect request. And why it's important? Because the direct contact are your network. So you don't have to accept all the people that ask you for connect. You have to be selective. It's like your house. All the people can walk and see your house, the exterior part of your house. But you don't invite to pass and drink coffee everyone. You select your friends. Well, it's the same with the connections and the followers. And other thing that it's very important, and a lot of people don't know if they have to add, is add your volunteer experience. Especially if you have a gender gap and maybe during this past of your time, you do volunteer experience, put in your LinkedIn, okay? The members who add volunteer experience get up to 6 times more profile views than the people that not, okay? So if you have volunteer experience, put the volunteer experience. I can share with you that one of the most important things for my actual job in LinkedIn was my volunteer experience, because I was doing international volunteer experience. So I will be more attractive for a global company, maybe, or for a remote work if I have international experience, if I have volunteer experience. And the volunteer experience show a lot of your personality. If you were selfish, you don't do volunteer experience, you don't do volunteer job. But if you are a generous people, if you are authentic people, authentically connected with a cause, you do volunteer work because you want to change the world and give your best for the world. So if you are this kind of people, show in your LinkedIn that you are. Well, you can add skills and get endorsed these skills. For example, if you say that you are the best in Office, well, maybe LinkedIn can make a test, a very, very quick test to test your ability and say, yes, you know Office, so you have this skill, okay? So this gives you trust. A trust profile for the people, okay? So add the skills, but remember that we have a limit, is 50, the limit of skills. So select the right skills, okay? Because we have a lot of skills, but we have to select the most important for the industry where we want to shine, okay? And we have to request a recommendation. But if you ask me, the first step is not request a recommendation. The first step is give a recommendation. So if you start in LinkedIn being a generous person, this will be back to you. So give a recommendation for your last boss, for your last partner, maybe for your colleagues or for your classmates, etc. So if you give a generous recommendation, an authentic, generous recommendation, this person will feel this reciprocity to give you this other recommendation, no, and good recommendation. If you give a bad recommendation, obviously they will say, you are a witch, so I will go to damage to you. But so be a kind person. Well, don't forget to add in your profile, where are you? Why? Because you help the algorithm to show the right opportunities. If you put because you want to live in Paris, all the people once in the life want to be in Paris. Well, if you dream to live in Paris and you put, I am in Paris, and it's fake, all the opportunities that the algorithm will show you will be in Paris or in Europe at least. So please add your real location. Education. Obviously, you don't have to put the basic education, the kindergarten. No. So add your real education. If you take this kind of alternative education, like in EdTech, short courses, add this, because this gives you skills. And because the education is not only in the universities, the education are in a lot of opportunities. So add these short courses. Even if you take a course in Google for free, add this, because it's important. And because these courses like LinkedIn Learning, like Google, like Platzi, like Udemy, of that, these are the opportunities to be in the actual needs of the industry. The university takes a lot of time to change the study plans. And these opportunities to learn in platforms and in digital way, it's great for you. If you do publications, if you are the author of a book, or if you write an article, or if you are a scientist and put this in a scientist magazine, in a scientist review, please add the publications and the accomplishments too. So don't forget these elements in your profile. Well, you have to build your voice in LinkedIn. I will not deep very, very much in this, because Treasure gives you a lot of information about how to be a creator content. But in LinkedIn in particular, you have to find your voice as a professional. Okay. And how can you do that? Sharing knowledge, sharing content that add value for other professionals. The first step is, don't think in you, think in them. Think in the people that will receive the message. For example, a very, very common post in LinkedIn. I want to say thank you for blah, 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 because they invite me, because I am the best, because I share with the best people, blah, blah, blah. So I don't care, this thankfulness need, it's a selfish need, because you want that the world see that you are a thankful people. But I want to learn about it. So tell me, what do you explain in this conference? What is the highlights of your presentation, or the highlights that you learned when you went to this event? And ask until the end, say, oh, thank you for that people to invite me. The first part of your post have to be thinking in your audience, not in you. Be generous with knowledge. If you share, for example, post in LinkedIn, you can use your update space in your LinkedIn profile to share links, to share articles, images, quotes, or anything else that your followers will be interested. Think in your audience all the time. If you need to share quote because you feel sad this day, it's okay. But maybe you need to go to therapy. LinkedIn is not for therapy, LinkedIn is to connect with other people. So first think that this is public and why you want to share this with the world. Okay? For other things, you go to therapy or you go to Facebook. I don't care. In Facebook, I don't care. Okay? Well, if you publishing, for example, articles or newsletters, you have to explore deeply topics that matters to you. So if you transform the superficial post in publishing, it's like explode your knowledge. It's not more a simple post. It's an opportunity to share knowledge. So you can go deep exploring topics that matters to you, but matters to your audience too. Then watch the comments that see your impact. If you put only an update that I feel sad this morning, maybe all the comments that came say, "Oh, don't worry, I embrace you." So it's okay, but it's not useful. If you exploring the depression like a disease and how this affects women and blah, 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 maybe in the comments you will have, "Oh, I read this book, I recommend it to you, and I know this organization that can help you," the comments will be more useful. So try to go deep and not to swim in the surface, okay? Well, share the status updates. Maybe I can go back, very fast with this. The first best practices for sharing your updates on your post. Share your authentic voice. Okay, be yourself, and don't be shy to be yourself. No. Sometimes women say, "Well, I have to be like this or like that." No, just be you, okay? And don't shine to be that. I am a very uncomfortable person for other people. I am this kind of woman. And I don't care, Sometimes I have problems for that. Yes, a lot. But I am here working in a big tech, so I don't care, This is that this is, this is what it is. Well, post frequently. This is very important. Maybe after this, you feel very motivated and say, "I go to my LinkedIn and I will go to do this great post because I learned a lot in this MastHER class." Yes, and you disappear the next 6 months. So for the algorithm, you may be dead. Maybe you are dead, okay? So post frequently. Be congruent, you take the decision how frequently. I am not telling you have to post every day. No, because I don't know if you have enough time to do a good quality post every day. If you only have time once a week, it's okay. If you only have time once a month, it's okay. But be constant. If you take the decision that it's once a week, okay, it's once a week. If you take the decision that it's once a month, my suggestion is, okay, write an article or create a newsletter. Why? Because your audience knows that once a month will be receiving a great content, okay? So once a month and you say, "Hi, world," and disappear is not good, okay? The most important thing, start a conversation or share your point of view. When you put a post in LinkedIn, ask questions to your audience. What do you think? What is your opinion? Do you know other cases? Share with me if you know other opportunities, blah, blah, blah. Invite to the people for the conversation. If you don't have enough time to create content, please go and visit the other profiles that people that you are interested and create conversation in their profiles, in their content, okay, in the comments, because the algorithm knows that you are interested for that topics through the words that you put in the platform, even if are not in your profile. So if you post about nuclear energy, but you go to comment about cooking, for the algorithm is she is expert in cooking or she is expert in nuclear energy. I don't know, So try to be to have this conscience of that the algorithm is behind of you. Well, include rich media to increase the engagement. When I say rich media, I mean photos, I mean graphics, I mean data visualization, I mean video, maybe audio, etc. If you don't have the rights for the photos, for example, don't take off Google and put in LinkedIn, because the most of the time will be bad photos in very low quality. My recommendation is use tools like Canva that are for free, and you can design your own image, and give the credit all the time. Your sources all the time, the source of the image. Please give the credit to avoid problems, but to show that you are an ethical person. It's very, very important, because the people that is looking you, they say, what kind of person is this if she is not sharing the source, So all the time, share the source of the information. And because we in LinkedIn, we are totally against the misinformation and the fake news. So be careful with the fake news. And for the last, but not least, create an opportunity for reciprocity. It's as I say, if the people came to you and say, wow, I love your content, I learn a lot, go to their houses. Go to their profiles and comment and try to be to get this reciprocity, okay? And for the recommendations too. Well, on LinkedIn, it's very important to create a network. So please start to create content, because with this you can reach the largest group of professionals online in the world. Well, I think that I have to pass to this. Okay, the best practices for publishing content. Please take note. 1, create a headline that captures the attentions. Okay, the first line is the most important. Remember that the most of the people consume the content in the mobile. So if you start with a very long paragraph, you can't catch the attention of the people in the mobile. So think in a headline. I hate to say this reference, but it's the obvious reference. Think in a tweet, okay? And I don't like to say that reference, but I have to accept that Twitter invented the micro blogging. So think like in a thread of Twitter, small ideas, but very concrete ideas in small paragraphs. Include a photo, not necessary of you, okay? A lot of people in LinkedIn put a lot of selfies. Please don't. No, include a photo about the topic, maybe once a month about you, but not only you, okay? So include a photo about the topic, include a photo about the city that you are speaking, about the industry that you are speaking, etc. Not necessarily you, okay? Be authentic. Use your voice, not the other people's voice, yours, okay? Try to discover your voice. And if your project if your entrepreneurship or your learnings are enough strong, you will know that you have a voice. Okay? Think about your audience too. Don't change yourself to please your audience. This is different. Okay? So think that the audience needs to know, needs to learn, but being yourself. Okay? So, for example, I am feminist. If I have an audience in conservative audience, I don't care. I am feminist. I will continue speaking about feminism. And if you are not comfortable, don't came to my profile, but I am who I am. So this is very an opportunity to the conservative go away, So, and well, article length matters, okay? If you have a lot of information to share, create an article, but not a Bible. We have a Bible, exists. So we don't need a Bible. We don't need a book in LinkedIn. My recommendation is an article has 8,000 characters, maybe. It's like if you are typing like maybe 3 folds or something. So because the people consume the content in the mobile. So if you want the people consume a book, create an ebook, not in LinkedIn. Well, track your process. Your profile gives you statistics. Review your statistics. Go to analyze this. Well, this post has a lot of reaction, but anyone comment. Why? Why anyone comment? Or have a lot of comments, but anyone share it. Why? So you have to do this tool. Please dedicate time to analyze your process, to track your process, to understand your audience, because your audience is totally different to my audience, of the audience of the other colleague. Your audience is unique, it's yours. So you have to understand your audience through the metrics, okay? And well, if you want to gain knowledge, follow companies that you are interested. If you don't want to create content, but you want to gain knowledge in LinkedIn, you can follow the companies that you are interested. If your dream is working remotely for Google or for Apple or for Microsoft, follow these companies. Know about these companies. Connect with the people that works in these companies. Follow top voices. We have this program that we have badge. Well, Titi Lope is a top voice, So follow people like Titi Lope that are doing great things for the world, that people that are sharing great content with the people. Customize your feed, You decide what will be in your feed. Sometimes the people say, I will not be in LinkedIn because I don't like the things that I see. And I say, well, maybe you are not following the right people. It's not my fault. If you take the decision to invite people that take drugs and drinks in your house, it's my fault? No, you take a bad decision, So don't invite anyone to your house. Take the decision to what people you want to follow, what people you want to connect, and for why, for a reason. Go to comment with the people that you interest. So the algorithm take the decision. I will show you in the feed more content of these people because I see that you are interested. If you don't do anything, you say, but this LinkedIn is very boring. Yes, because you are deaf. So obviously will be boring because you are deaf. So the content and the post that matter the most, you give this information to the algorithm. It's not, it's in artificial intelligence, not magic, okay? Not witchcraft, okay? So please go ahead taking actions. And this is all for me. So if anyone have questions, I will stop share because maybe for the questions I need to share again, but my own LinkedIn. So thank you for your attention. So Titilo, tell me if
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was amazing. I loved every part of it from like the presentation to, and so many of the things that you said. I was literally like shaking my head. I'm like, yeah, oh my gosh, yes. Thank you so much for doing justice to this. I can be certain that every sister here now knows how to use LinkedIn and knows how to use LinkedIn well. Like, I mean, sister, there's nothing you want to go and read on the internet now. Like Elizabeth, who works at LinkedIn, has shared everything with you. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. The comments is already flooding with thanks because it was such an insightful session. And one of the commenters Success is literally saying more. So in Nigeria, that means like it kind of means child in Yoruba. So it's like when, like, for example, people in America say child, like it was so good. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So please, if you have any questions, we'll take it because after this we're actually going straight into our final session of the day because one of our speakers is already around. So if you have any questions, please put it on the chat box and we will definitely take it. Someone is saying that they're going to go and create a LinkedIn profile right away. So that's very awesome. I know I saw a question earlier. The person asked that, do you have to open, like, can you open more than one LinkedIn account for different things that you do? What would you advise, Elizabeth?
sorry again.
So the question is, do you have to open different? So can you have more than one LinkedIn profile for different? Yeah.
Well, you have problems of personality or what? The LinkedIn is your personal profile, you know? If you have managed different enterprises or different projects, yes, but this is different. This is company pages, okay? Your profile is your profile, and you are only one person, and you have to work in your personal branding. If you have 5 different personal branding, maybe you have problems, you know? So it's very schizophrenic, the communication, and it's not recommendable. If you are, for example, a multiple entrepreneur, it's good for your personal branding. So in your personal branding, you put that you are the leader of 1, 2, 3, or 4 projects that are successful. It's okay because speak goods of you and your spirit and your success. It's okay. But for other people, maybe say, maybe this person don't know what she wants because 3 months in this, 6 months in this, you know, it depends. It depends. But you don't need different personalities for this. You need one personal profile and different company pages. And this was not a session about marketing for company pages.
Yeah.
This is the company pages have other functions, other tools, and some functions are paid. So this was another session about this because I want first you build a personal branding in LinkedIn. But if you have different projects, put in your personal branding. Sometimes we have different projects because we need it to survive. For example, I am a professional of communication, but sometimes I have to sell clothes and sometimes I have to give touristic experience. Maybe not all the time I have to share all, you know, because I live in Mexico. I know that maybe we have 5 needs to get complete the budget, but this is not necessarily my personal branding. So you have to take the decision in what of your roles you want to shine. If you want 5 projects that you are very proud and are very successful, put all.
Yeah, that's spot on. Yes, I feel like as human beings, we have so many parts to us. But even me, as someone who uses LinkedIn as a top voice, like you mentioned, it's not every single thing. Like last year, I went through like a whole cooking phase. Nobody knows about that on LinkedIn, right? Because it's not everything that you have to put on LinkedIn. So, unfortunately, we run out of time, and our or is there any other? Yeah.
Very quick. Success, Asuka say. So it's to stick to one part of your life on LinkedIn, not necessarily. It's not exactly one part of your life. It's the part of your life that you decide that is part of your personal branding. So you take the decision. If you are a multitask person, and this is very important for you in your personal branding, you have to show it. But if you decide that you want to change your career and maybe in the past you do things that shows that you are not clear in what you want, focus in one. But it depends of your objective, of your goals. Not it's not a magical formula.
Absolutely, yes. So at this point, we've come to the end of this session.